Hi, welcome to Rainbowfsh. My name is Rosie. I've been playing Animal Crossing since August, and I have about a little over 1,300 hours in the game. I want to flatten my island, and before I do that, I want to kind of immortalize this version of my island. I'm very proud of it, and I just wanted to do a little tour. So let's get started. So we're here at the entrance, and the first thing you can see is my bubblegum butlers or gumball guardians that are kind of standing guard by the entrance here. I think just seeing the concierge outfits gave me the idea, and the gumball guardians are from Adventure Time, and I think that's what made me think of it. Here's the current map of Rainbowfsh and my residence. I have a house for my brother, and I've sort of modeled their house like the head of security for Rainbowfsh, and I have a house for my cat whose house became the hotel. I have started cycling through villagers kind of more often than I thought I would be at the beginning. At first I had like my 10 dreamies, and I thought that'd be it, but I got bored kind of quickly. So I thought I would let some go and start meeting other ones. So Clay and Marshall are forever residents. I got them in August, and they'll most likely stay forever. Gabby came to me when I had all white villagers and Clay about a month ago, and I was going to go kind of bright colors for spring, as you can see with the villagers here, but I just loved Gabby so much I didn't want to let her go, so she's still here. I don't know how long she'll be here, if she's going to be a forever resident or not, but she's here for now. So if we come up here, we have a little custom design that says welcome to Rainbowfsh, and this little path of bubbles takes you to the plaza if you follow it up, and if we go to the left over here, it'll take you to our little hotel. So here's the Rainbowfsh Hotel, just with another account that I made on the Switch, and we'll go check it out. So we have our little lobby check-in area in here. I'm not going to spend too much time in each room in the house because I feel like that can be kind of boring. But I just want to kind of show each room. We have our little puppy cafe in here with some snacks and everything. A little desk for you to check in for your appointment time. And then of course all the puppies that you can play with. I wish that they had brought little cat toys like this as well. Over here we have the gym for our hotel guests. You come in, get a quick pump in before leaving to see the sights. Back here we have the buffet and dining room with lots of tasty options for your meals. Upstairs we have the kind of accommodations, sort of a double room with a bathroom and a bed on each side. And downstairs we have our pool with a little hot tub inside, and of course some wetsuits and snorkels in case you forget yours. So that's the hotel, and if we follow the bubbles back to the entrance, we can follow them up to the plaza. We have Marshall doing a little bit of sweeping. And here we have the plaza with our Rainbowfsh flag. next we'll go through the neighborhood, which is just right up here. This is one of the reasons I want to flatten. I kind of don't like having my neighborhood right by the entrance. I prefer to have it at the back of the island so I can kind of do a 3-tier thing, just so I can have bigger yards, because that's one of my favorite parts, is getting new villagers and then being able, excuse me, Gabby. Go ahead, madam. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite parts of the game has become getting new villagers and then decorating their houses, or their yards. So I would really like to, one of the main reasons I want to flatten is because I want to redo my neighborhood setup. So this is Lily's house. I just have her yard decorated with some stunted bamboo and some blue iron garden furniture. This is Gabby and Opal's house. I have pretty much always had 2 houses that have a cafe in front of it, starting with Tia and Meringue. When I first had them, they had a really cute little cafe in front of theirs, and I've just sort of rotated it and kind of changed the style of the cafe depending on what the houses look like. I had a version with Pashmina and Eric around Thanksgiving when I had sort of all kind of brown and cream villagers, and so the cafe was a little bit more kind of like brown tones and natural tones. But right now it's kind of a white, black, and green situation. I really like the cow print, so that's kind of what I went for here. So that's my little cafe. I have all my trophies here. I like to think of them as like neighborhood awards, best island ever, you know. Over here I have a little kind of jumping spot for swimming, which can be fun. On the next row of houses, I have Gaston and Clay. And over here, hi Clay. This is Bob's house. I think he's the newest resident I have right now. So I just recently made his yard. I think that furniture is hideous, but it matches the inside of his house. So we went with that. This is Tangy and Julia's yard. So I have kind of decorated them similarly, but with different colors. Here we have our little bike and scooter area. Lyman's house is here. I usually only have 1 jock at a time, and this has been sort of where it's been each time. So their yard kind of stays the same, and I just switch out the colors basically. This is Marshall's house, and since he's a permanent resident, he kind of has a bigger yard. So he's got a pet fish, and I think this is a ladybug that I put here, and a bird, which, you know, raises some questions. Here's a little trash spot behind the neighborhood. Here is my rock garden. I've done a rock garden twice. When I first did it, my island was almost completely empty, and I was like, I had just seen a video on a rock garden like a couple weeks into playing the game, and I thought that's what I needed to be doing. So it took forever. I put mannequins all over my island. I wasn't time traveling at the time, so it was truly tedious. The second time I did it, when I sort of rearranged big chunks of my island, I had a much fuller island, so it was way faster. Here is my little pink area, which just kind of has everything pink that I have, and pink flowers. For no real reason, just because I like it. It started with the pink street piano on the rocks back here, and then just kind of grew from there. Here's a little Virgo fragment with a Virgo design underneath. And here's a little stargazing area, which looks nice at nighttime. Here are some little turtles that I have on my beach. You can see them on the flyover, which I really like. Here's a little ice cream shop I have kind of on these rocks here. And then as you come down here, I have a little library here. So I have a little reading tent, some bookshelves. I really like this section. I did do it in the winter, and I think the kind of dark colors are better suited for the winter. So I will be, I still have a library after I flatten, but I think I'll definitely switch up the colors and everything. This is just a little waiting area where I usually wait for trades and stuff. Bob. Okay, buddy. So if you come down on this front beach here, we have a little like Tiki Bar area. I like having all of this open space on the beach because it comes in handy to drop stuff. Here's one of my favorite parts on my island. It's my flower garden. It looks really nice at night because of all the lamps I have kind of scattered throughout, which makes it sort of hard to walk through, but I really love this part of my island, and to be honest, if I don't exactly replicate it even after flattening or leave it the same while I flatten, I'll be doing something very similar more than likely because I just really like it. And then all up there, you can see the kind of rainbow couch situation. I have the little beehives. We're gonna keep going this way, so we'll come back to that later. This is the little canal area. It just has a little spot for like coffee and snacks and little tables with a chess set. This is my Dueling piano bar area is what I like to call it, just with all of the black and white instruments kind of split up on the side. You can kind of take a seat, watch people sing. When I first did this, my villagers used to end up over here and sing into the microphone, but they haven't done that recently, so I don't know why. They don't come over here that often. This is a sushi truck. I honestly have no attachment to this particular design or piece. I just wanted to make like a truck in the sand basically when I saw it somewhere. I just went with sushi because of the pattern that I made the stalls. I have little bags of rice here, and of course the cool custom designs to make the little sushi bowls. This is my campsite. I originally, which I think is the case for a lot of people, have my campsite kind of taking up a lot of room, and it played such a small part in how I was playing the game that I was frustrated with that eventually, and kind of brought it down here on the beach where it didn't take up as much room. So here's my campsite with just a little seating area. I made this little area for Valentine's Day, but I thought it was a really cute little date spot, so I've left it up since then. Here we have my little farm, which I of course made once pumpkins were introduced. And I have just some other little plants there. And my little orchard back here felt necessary to have on my island at the beginning. I don't know when I flatten if I'm gonna have an orchard, just because they take up a lot of room and I literally never shake these trees. I put flowers between all of them so that I wouldn't have to go behind each tree to pick up fruit once I shook them. And then I ended up putting custom designs between all of them because it was just a pain for fossils and weeds to show up and for the flowers to replicate down the aisles. So I don't know, I like this orchard. I like the ladders and everything. If I do have an orchard on Rainbowfsh 2.0, it will definitely be much smaller. Over here I have a little cake spot. There were just so many cute cakes in the game. I just felt like I needed to have them all in one spot. So I have all the little cakes and some custom designs. Here's some more turtles over here. I have a little fishing spot on my rocks over here. Great place to fish. And by fish, of course, I mean take an afternoon nap. Over here I have what I've always called, because it's pretty much been here the whole time I've had my island, my little sunset bonfire area. I'm obsessed with these little sleepy seals I saw on someone's island, and I knew I had to have them on mine. They go really well with my little penguins and my little mermaid area. I was so obsessed with the mermaid stuff when I first started the game. I had a whole mermaid room, and I just ended up getting sick of that, and I ended up ditching it for an art studio, but I wanted to use the mermaid stuff still because it was so pretty, but this is one of the things that's definitely going to go, and it's just going to, I probably won't have the mermaid stuff anywhere on Rainbowfsh 2.0. This is my little teddy bear's picnic area. This is another thing that I really liked, but probably won't be coming along for the ride. This is my little kind of secret garden area. Just has a nice little vibe. I like that it's tucked away back here, and I like this terraforming that kind of winds around corners. I think I want to do a little bit more of that on the next iteration of the island. Hopefully, I'll have a good idea eventually. I have a little horse drawing a flower cart here. This is what I call my home island. It has my brother's house and my house. We'll go in my brother's first. And like I said, I like to call them the head of security on Rainbowfsh, and that is because I did this to their office and just really liked that narrative. Again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going through all the rooms. I just want to kind of show them all sort of quickly. Just have an all black themed bathroom here. And this is their little library. We had Bones on the island about a month ago, and once my brother saw Bones's wallpaper, they requested a library, so made them a little library. My brother's also a writer, so I have a little typewriter here for them to get some work done. My brother also requested a room with some of the ice furniture, so I decided it'd be fun to do like a little bar with where they can be a little mixologist and mix up some fun drinks. My brother's into tarot, so I just have a little sort of space area. I have Celeste and Katrina, I think's poster. This is my first Animal Crossing game, so I don't actually know who Katrina is. I know that she did like fortunes, but I never met her, but I cataloged her poster from someone one time, so that's here. So I have all the candles and some Celeste recipes over here. And upstairs I have my brother's music studio. They're a singer-songwriter as well, so I knew that I wanted them to have like a cool little music room. They can kind of make little songs and stuff, produce some hits, some TikTok sounds. You know how it is. Life of a musician. My house has probably changed the most. I redo it all the time. I just get bored of how things look. This isn't even my favorite kitchen that I've had. I've had lots of really cool looking ones, and this one I like okay, but when I flatten, I'll definitely, if I get tired of flattening, will probably redo at least parts of my house as well. But that's the kitchen. I'm obsessed with that 1-year anniversary cake. I think it is so cute. This is my bathroom. Just kind of pink and white. I didn't think I liked pink that much, but I have a pink and white bathroom. Before I redid my kitchen recently, it was pink and black. I have a whole pink section on the island. I don't know. I didn't think I liked pink that much, but maybe I do. Over here is my office. I wanted to have a spot where I could lay on the floor because I like to do that in real life when I'm feeling overwhelmed. Just kind of have, you know, a place to change, scattered papers, some art, a sink, which I think is nice, underrated thing to have in an office. Pretty straightforward. This started as me recreating a room that I saw on Twitter. I just really liked the look of it, but it's evolved a bunch since then, and I've just added a bunch of random stuff. It was like everything really white and natural, and now, I mean, it still is kind of that way, but I got the white chocolate flooring, which I thought would be like the white chocolate wallpaper, but I ended up really liking it, so I added that. So it's got some greens, some browns, you know, there's just lots of different things going on in this room. I guess you could call it like a guest room. That's why there's suitcases in there. I don't really know, because I like to call downstairs room my room. This is where all my puppies are. So I just recently redid my room this way. Up to now I've always had different colors of the antique furniture in here and just done different sets, but I recently changed to this because I finally got the Misty Gardens wallpaper, and that's what I've been looking for it for a long time, so I decided, since I finally got it, that I would redo my bedroom to kind of incorporate it. And upstairs I have my art studio. I am an artist in real life, so I definitely wanted to have an art studio, especially once I found out that paint splatter floor existed. So this is my art studio. I honestly don't really do anything in here. I mean, not that you can like really do anything in any of your rooms in Animal Crossing, but you know, Leaf, Celeste, and Blather's posters up here because I think they're my favorite NPCs. I don't know. I really like a lot of NPCs, to be honest. And I have clay and kind of a light box over here, a little sewing project, a little tool pegboard on the wall, because you just really never know what you're going to get into when you're an artist. So that's my house. Like I said, changes all the time, and I change the outside constantly. I usually change me and my brother's houses accordingly. For seasons or holidays or whatever the case may be. I like to change it up so that it fits with whatever I'm decorating with. This originally was all paved and I had like a pool and stuff. It's been through lots of different versions, and I took up all that paving when it was snowy so that I could have a place to make snowboys, because pretty much my whole island was paved or covered in flowers. And I'm liking the green, so for right now it's just open, and of course I'm going to flatten, so I didn't want to make any big changes anytime soon anyway. I have a pipe right here which takes us to the store, and up here I have a bunch of extra tools and a little workbench area as well. I also like to bury customization kits so that I always have some outside, but they're not detracting from my island score, which I try to leave at a 5. Just depends on if I'm in the middle of doing something like a project and I might have a bunch of items dropped. But oh my gosh, no, I need to bury that again. Anyways, this is why I have a bunch of extra tools here, because I cannot be bothered. And then over here, just like a little bonfire area. This area started as this bonfire area. It's supposed to be like my deck, and it just kind of became my tool space and crafting area. There's also a fridge here and a mirror there, just so that it's easy, and I have a space outside where I can change either my appearance or my clothes. So coming up here, we have my museum view, which I really love, and it's probably, other than the secret garden, the most kind of like terraforming that I did. I'm not like crazy about terraforming or really elaborate terraforming, not necessarily my jam, because I don't like how loud the waterfalls are. If they were quieter, I'd probably have them all over my island because they are really pretty, and I really admire people who have really elaborate like waterfalls and terraforming on their island. But I just can't handle the rushing. I can't take it. So that's my museum up here. And we have some fossils and some sphinxes. I also have a little fortune telling area over here with no face, but kind of behind the museum. I do have a completely completed museum, which I'm very proud of. Back here I have my secret beach, of course, kind of minimal decorations, but it does have the treasure chest and pirate barrels. So when you come down from my museum, I have what I call my museum garden, which is a collection of kind of fossils, the Gulliver items, some statues, all kinds of stuff, you know, this really nice photo op, different items in here and a bunch of flowers. I really like the idea of a museum garden. I honestly will probably keep this, or at least something similar when I redo it because I like it. Here's my little tiny village that I made with the dollhouses that we got at Toy Day, and the little throwback containers for a little train. I really love it and I think it's really cute. I don't know if I'll have a tiny village again on Rainbowfsh 2.0 because it is cute, but I think I'm up to like 3 sections that I probably won't be changing at all, so I don't know. We'll see. So there's just a little picnic area in the museum garden. It's kind of inspired by the art museum where I grew up. There was kind of like a long sort of walk through the museum gardens that had big sculptures and stuff like that. That's kind of inspired by that loosely. Down here I have my little post office, which I made at Christmas time, but I thought was so cute, and I loved having all the mailboxes together, especially because it means I can leave mail for a couple of days, and it doesn't bother me that it's like blinking all the time because I don't see it every time I come out of my house. I think the post office is really cute. Over here I just have the 4 little train sets because I like them and I wanted a place to put them, and a little reading area kind of tucked away. More flowers, and there's a little river running by here. I have a little Rainbowfsh model here, just because my island's name. So if you go this way, here is resident services right here, and here is the back of my neighborhood. I have the big kind of waterfalls here. And we're gonna go up to where my shops are, where we're going to end our tour. Here I have Able Sisters, which of course I've decorated with sewing machines, elaborate kimono stands, a loom. I have a little changing room back there, some deliveries they've received, and a little sewing box. Then if you come over here, we have nooks right here. Like I said, that pipe comes from right behind my house. And finally, a little picnic spot. I have a little fire flower here because I like the sound it makes, so I just like to bump it every now and then. That concludes the tour of Rainbowfsh, at least the first edition. I didn't want to flatten without first doing a tour, just so that I can always look back on it. If other people are watching this for some reason, hello, let me know. Going forward, I'm hoping to make more Animal Crossing videos. I'm going to be recording the flattening and redecorating the island and Rainbowfsh 2.0. So if you'd like to come along for that journey, feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment if you'd like to see what I'm doing day to day. You can follow me on Twitter at Pocket of Fish. That's where I post all my in-game photos and just kind of talk every day about Animal Crossing. Hopefully there will be a next time, but until then, see you later.